Greetings, superior beings, greetings, supreme being. Welcome to Universal Peace Television. The Stuart Warden of eBay is pretty good. It does smoke very hot, the bowl gets hot. There's no filter. See how long the camera works. I'm using Chrome now, it doesn't work anymore with Maxton. During the previous broadcast I got a blue screen of death. I wasn't fast enough to photograph it. So they can control the minds of the programmers of the software with synthetic telepathy, and also with torture. And a while ago, Maxton was able to do Google Hangout On Air broadcasts, and it was also able to print things basically. Now it doesn't print anymore. Not even in retro mode. But I like the shape of the pipe, there's a nice flow. Nice in with coffee and stuff because of the lighting conditions. They make a swallowing sound. They can also make smacking sound when people are eating with their mouth closed. Well, I first wanted to get the camera working if there's an emergency so I can broadcast about it. With me, I have to report about torture. Otherwise, they don't stop doing it. They don't say anything about it, though for most people, I think not talking about it may be best not to respond to it. So if you respond to these things, the quantum computer devices in your head, etc., then you're labeled insane and possibly tortured to death usually. Yet we find a lot of whistleblowers because when they realize torture to death anyway, like 95% of the world's global population by the Luciferian UN, and they do report about it. There's nothing to lose. So I bet they didn't check out if there's human blood on the Georgia Guidestones, Mr. Rockefeller on the pseudonym Robert Christian. And well, these people are so evil that they may cut themselves off from permanent cure against aging as well, with their illegal depopulation of chemtrails, with the sterilizing ethylene dipbromide and aluminum-resistant seed, and killer vaccines, this pandemics caused by vaccinations, also on my website. So you can visit Wix Ebola, Google Wix, W-I-X, and word Ebola with the letter G attached to it, and universalpeaceofjimdo.com to see videos of the scalar orbs of Haarp orbs, also known as Foo Fighters, flying next to the Concorde and making the illegal crop circles. What else? Universalpeace.edublogs.org has more about active measures, which is the method they're using to take over the world and save humanity. Phase 4 is normalization, is when the tanks roll in. Also explained by Yuri Bezmenov, former KGB, now called FSB. And so they're all Jesuit controlled. They control the agencies, the alphabet agencies, NSA, AFD, Mossad, etc. And so I think that's Adolfo Nicholas, the Supreme Commander, Superior General, or something, Supreme General, whatever, of the Jesuits, their military order. And they're the people that tortured my mother to death and involved in this depopulation to create a Luciferian New World Order. And also the Freemasons, of course, the Luciferians are helping with that. Oh, we have a viewer. Welcome, viewer. Peace to you. So breathing technique always helps. Yoga, head roll exercise. You can hear these clicking sounds because they're locked in my brainstem. And usually I say the best things and have the best ideas when I'm not broadcasting. So people that are broadcasting are also attacked, or at least their brainwave is monitored and modified with synthetictelepathy.com, especially if they want to basically make the targeted individuals look bad and prevent people from watching the broadcast. And they can also start with loud noises so people tune out of the broadcast. So usually it is elements built in. Also they control the emotions of the viewer. They can let viewers fall asleep, modify the brainwave so they don't hear anything that's talked about, and torture people, even torture people when they tune into a broadcast that is exposing their legal depopulation in violation of the Genocide Convention. People who are real resistance to the depopulation of the New World Order.
Now bidding.
So I'm going to use other tobacco. This was just to test my camera, and now it's working fine apparently. So now I may have forgotten what I wanted to broadcast about in my previous broadcasts. Oh yeah, single women are still welcome to make love or watch a movie. I have a pretty big screen, it's really quite huge. For a drink or whatever. If you're a single woman, you're most welcome. And Skype me Prologic 999 on Skype. And I think I should mention my web addresses more. my web pages. Yeah, and people that understand they're being poisoned themselves with these chemtrails, etc. That is not in their advantage, and that we don't need the pedo elite to tell us what to do and to control our courts. I think it's better the normal people control the court, and that well, perhaps it's best to call them pedophiles or pedophiles anyway, if they eat infants and rape little girls as part of their initiation ritual, according to Cat and Annette controlled opposition, fake priests with fake courts, then it's better to have other people control the courts. But of course, their military order they control the Supreme Court and the death ray. And now the viewer has tuned out. So when I'm talking about what's important, then they're not allowed to listen, I guess. I hear the bird whistling outside. That can also be totally controlled with synthetic telepathy, talking to the people, and they do it that way because they want them to have the illusion that it's God they're hearing in their skulls, etc. That the bird is God, controlled by God. With synthetic telepathy. So, I stop my broadcast. Of course, later I will get more viewers to my broadcast, which are also on YouTube. And the subjects can change. So at the moment I don't have a subject. Well, it's reasonable. Okay. So I think that's it for now. Yeah, I advise you all to listen to my previous broadcasts if you want to learn how to survive and about your capabilities, etc. And how to stop the directed energy weapon torture, which many people are led to believe is done with satellites, to hide is done with Haarp. They also pretend that Haarp is switched off, etc. But you're working on a much bigger array of antennas. Which they don't need. The terror was Haarp. Maybe enough to bring control the world's global population, depopulate the Earth, time travel, etc. So the yoga head-roll exercise breathing technique is the only advice I can give you at the moment. And if you're going to kill you anyway, like 95% of the world's global population, it may be better to do something or talk about it. Let people know what's going on, spread CDs. Because the brain controlled, they might not find your website or your videos for universal peace.